بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
لا أقسم بهذا البلد
I swear by this city, Mecca,
وأنت حل بهذا البلد
and you, O Muhammad, are free of restriction in this city,
ووالد وما ولد
and by the Father and that which was born of him.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد
We have certainly created man into hardship.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد
Does he think that never will anyone overcome him?
يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا
He says, I have spent wealth in abundance.
أيحسب أن لم يره أحد
Does he think that no one has seen him?
ألم نجعل له عينين
Have we not made for him 2 eyes,
ولسانا وشفتين
and a tongue and 2 lips,
وهديناه النجدين
and have shown him the 2 ways?
فلاقتحم العقبة
But he has not broken through the difficult pass.
وما أدراك ما العقبة
And what can make you know what is breaking through the difficult pass?
فك رقبة
It is the freeing of a slave,
أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة
or feeding on a day of severe hunger,
يتيما ذا مقربة
an orphan of near relationship,
أو مسكينا ذا متربة
or a needy person in misery.
ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة
And then being among those who believed and advised one another to patience and advised one another to compassion.
أولئك أصحاب الميمنة
Those are the companions of the right.
والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة
But they who disbelieved in our signs, those are the companions of the left.
عليهم نار مؤصدة
Over them will be fire closed in.
All right, today we're jumping into Surah Al-Balad, the city. It's a short chapter, but wow, it packs a serious punch. It really dives right into one of the biggest questions we can ask. What's this whole human experience all about?
And the thing is, it doesn't ease you in. Nope. Right from the get-go, it lays out its central idea, kind of setting the stage for everything else it's going to talk about.
And boom, there it is. This is the core message, really the thesis of the whole chapter. The idea that we as humans were literally created for a life of toil and struggle. And this isn't presented as some mistake or a bug in the system. No, it's the core feature, the very foundation of our existence.
You know, what's really fascinating is how it introduces this idea. Before just coming out and saying life is hard, it starts with these really powerful oaths. It swears by this city, which most people see as Mecca, and by the bond between a parent and a child. It's like it's saying, hey, listen up. What I'm about to tell you is as real and as sacred as this holy place and this fundamental human relationship.
Okay, so if life is a struggle, how are we supposed to deal with that? Well, the text immediately pivots and shows us an example of someone who gets it completely wrong. It introduces this classic character type, a person who just doesn't grasp what this struggle is really about. And you can just hear the arrogance in this verse, right? This is that person who thinks their worth, their power, it's all tied up in their money. They boast about how much wealth they've just thrown around, as if that somehow makes them exempt from the struggle everyone else faces.
But right away, the text just pops that bubble with this piercing question. It hits right at the core of that arrogance. It's asking, you really think no one has power over you? That's the first major blow to this person's delusion of being untouchable.
And then the questioning takes a turn. It moves from who's stronger than you to something deeper, moral accountability. The question becomes, do you think nobody sees what you're doing? This shifts the whole game. It's not just about power anymore. It's about being watched, about being held accountable by a higher observer. So you've got this reality of struggle, and you've got this human tendency to be arrogant about it. What's the answer? Well, the text lays out a massive choice for all of us, a real fork in the road that basically defines our whole moral life.
But wait, before it even shows us the choice, it's like the text pauses to remind us, hey, you're not going into this blind. We've been given these incredible gifts, eyes to see, a tongue and lips to speak. These aren't just body parts. They're our equipment, tools for seeing things clearly and communicating, tools to help us find the right path.
And that brings us to the central metaphor of the two highways. After pointing out we have the tools to see, it says we've been shown two very clear paths. The choice isn't hidden or tricky. The paths are right there. So the ball is completely in our court. It's on us to pick one. So what are these paths? Well, on one hand, you've got the easy road. This is the default setting, right? The path of pride, materialism, just ignoring the struggle. But then there's the other one. The one the text calls the steep path. The original Arabic word for it, al-aqaba, it really gives you this image of a difficult uphill climb. This is the path that's going to take some real work. And let's be real, the text is pretty clear that most people, they don't even try to take this steep path. It just looks too hard. So that begs the question, what does it actually mean to climb it? What are the specific things you have to do to take this harder but maybe more rewarding journey?
And what's cool is, the text itself asks this. It's like it leans in and says, and what will make you know what the steep path is? It creates this little bit of drama, right? As if to say, oh, you think you know what hard work is? Let me lay out what real, meaningful struggle looks like. It's a direct invitation to really get it.
Okay, so here's the key takeaway. This steep path, it's not some vague, internal, spiritual thing. It's super concrete. It's about fighting our own worst instincts, our selfishness, our ego, and the way you fight that battle is by doing actual, tangible things for other people. It's all about social compassion. And then it just lists them out. This isn't just be a good person. No, these are specific tough actions, freeing someone from slavery, giving food during a famine, taking care of an orphan, especially one whose family, helping the person who is so poor they're literally down in the dust. I mean, this is a call for radical social justice, aimed squarely at helping the most vulnerable people in society.
So where does this all lead? Well, the chapter wraps up by painting a very clear picture of the two final destinations. Those two highways we talked about, they end in two totally different places.
And here's something really important about climbing that steep path. You don't do it alone. The people who choose it are described as a community. It's not just that they believe and do good deeds on their own. They actively encourage each other to be patient, to be strong in the struggle, and to be compassionate. It's a team sport.
The text then gives these two groups these really powerful symbolic labels. You have the companions of the right hand, those are the ones who took on the struggle, who climbed a steep path of compassion. And then you have the companions of the left hand. They're the ones who ignored the signs and just stuck to the easy road of arrogance.
And for those companions of the left hand, the final image is pretty chilling. A fire that's vaulted over them, which gives you this sense of being totally enclosed, completely trapped by the outcome of their choices. It's a really stark and unforgettable end to their journey. And that leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it? The text defined the steep path for its own time, freeing slaves, feeding the hungry. So it kind of throws the challenge back at us. What does that steep path look like today? What are the difficult, compassionate, and absolutely necessary climbs that our world is asking of us right now?